Sudirman Ismail Marzuki in Central Jakarta. It's always a pleasure for us to welcome you to House News. In this episode, we present you the latest information coming from the second session of Indonesia-Pacific Parliamentary Partnership. So now let's kickstart the program with our headlines. Parliamentarians from across the Pacific region attended the second meeting of IPPP, emphasizing the importance of parliamentary partnership and diplomacy in advancing regional connectivity and mutual prosperity. The second meeting of IPPP served as a crucial moment to promote the blue economy concept, as Indonesia and countries in the Pacific region are archipelagic nations surrounded by oceans. In addition to addressing marine sustainability, the second Indonesia-Pacific Parliamentary Partnership also focused on the agricultural sector, especially on efforts to improve food security. The Indonesia-Pacific Parliamentary Partnership Forum has officially concluded with key recommendations for Pacific countries, including mutual respect, equality in sovereignty, and territorial unity. The forum of IPPP is essential in facilitating discussion on critical issues such as the long-standing battle against climate change in the Pacific Island. During the second meeting of Indonesia-Pacific Parliamentary Partnership, the House encouraged Pacific nations to maintain regional stability through parliamentary diplomacy amid increasing competition among major powers. Speaker of the House Dr. Anaris Kausa Puan Maharani stated, as an archipelagic nation, Indonesia, along with other Pacific countries, encounters common challenges such as climate change impacts and issues related to marine and water management. These similarities can serve as a foundation for developing better relationships in the future.
Kita harus berhati-hati agar kawasan Pasifik tidak menjadi arena persaingan negara-negara besar, dan kita harus berhati-hati agar tidak terjebak dalam persaingan tersebut. Pertemuan kedua IPPP ini berlangsung di tengah berbagai tantangan yang dihadapi kawasan Pasifik, seperti ketegangan geopolitik, ancaman konflik, polarisasi, lambatnya pertumbuhan ekonomi global, dan dampak pemanasan global.
Indonesian President Joko Widodo expressed his appreciation for the strategic partnership in the Pacific region. He emphasized parliamentary cooperation can be utilized to share experiences in preparing joint solutions related to economic uncertainty, geopolitics, and climate change.
Kemitraan ini sangat penting untuk semakin dieratkan, di mana kerjasama parlemen dapat dimanfaatkan untuk berbagi pengalaman, untuk berbagi best practice dalam mencari solusi bersama, karena parlemen adalah jembatan antara aspirasi rakyat dan kebijakan publik.
Rifki and Koko, TVA Parliament Report. At the second meeting of IPPP, BKSAP of the House promoted increased economic relation with Pacific countries by building partnership and collaborations to boost economic growth and development in the region. Vice Chairperson of BKSAP of the House Putu Supatma mentions IPPP is not only addressing border issues but also economic cooperation and trade investment between Pacific countries. He believes increasing economic development cooperation needs a focus on community empowerment and ensuring Pacific nations directly benefit from these initiatives. Additionally, the Indonesian Parliament also encourages the blue economy concept as a shared commitment in the Pacific region. Indonesia, as a maritime superpower, must be able to strengthen its economic potential through its maritime sector. Therefore, the second IPPP meeting offers an opportunity to develop the blue economy concept in the Pacific region.
Pembangunan kerjasama ekonomi yang inklusif, bagaimana masyarakat terlibat dan mendapatkan manfaat dari pembangunan kooperasi kerjasama pembangunan ini. Nah, tidak hanya membahas tentang isu-isu tradisional perbatasan, tapi lebih membangun kerjasama misalnya investasi, perdagangan, bagaimana kita mendorong agar kita juga aktif memberikan support capacity building kepada mereka, karena kita banyak punya state-owned companies, BUMN kita, untuk hadir di situ dan bahkan ke depan akan menguntungkan impact-nya banyak hal, bukan saja profit secara ekonomi, benefit hubungan yang baik, yang ujungnya juga akan memberikan respect dari mereka kepada kita untuk territorial integrity atau kedaulatan negara kesatuan Republik Indonesia.
Furthermore, Putu Supatma supports the government to continue engaging in diplomacy with Pacific countries to build mutual respect among countries in the Pacific region. TVR Parliament Team report. Agriculture has been one of the topics discussed at the second IPPP meeting. This highlights the shared commitment of Indonesia and Pacific countries to improving food security by working together to boost agricultural productivity. Vice Chairperson of BKSAP of the House Sukamta states, as part of the IPPP series, delegates are scheduled to visit the Bogor Agricultural Institute and engage in dialogue with experts regarding the development of the agricultural sectors in the Pacific region. He points out achieving food security needs a collective approach to agricultural development. Additionally, Sukamta encourages the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to support agricultural education by offering scholarships to students.
Indonesia sendiri ini punya banyak PR di bidang ini, pengembangan kemaritiman, aquaculture, dan seterusnya. Di dalam proses pengembangan ini kita tidak ingin sendirian, tapi kita ingin bersama-sama mengajar negara Pasifik, dan kita akan berkunjung ke IPB. Di sana kita harapkan bisa berdialog dengan narasumber-narasumber dan melihat laboratorium yang sedang dikerjakan di salah satu institut pertanian yang terbesar di Indonesia. Jadi harapan kita mudah-mudahan bisa di-follow up ke depannya.
Furthermore, Sukamta adds Indonesia has demographic bonus and 170 million digitally literate population is strong capital for producing young farmers. Additionally, the country has extensive land, rivers, and a tropical climate that are beneficial to the growth of the agricultural sector. Bondan Imana, TVR Parliament reports. On the sidelines event of the second session of IPPP, Speaker of the House held a meeting with the Melanesia Spearhead Group. Stay tuned for more updates only on House News. And you're still watching House News. The second session of IPPP concluded with a strong emphasis on the basic principles of equality, sovereignty, territorial integrity, and the urgency of maintaining peace in the Pacific region through collaboration and diplomatic efforts. Speaker of the House Dr. Anaris Kausa Puan Maharani engaged in a parliamentary dialogue with countries of the Melanesian Spearhead Group. In this meeting, Puan emphasized the government's priority on developing Papua province, which has been divided into 4 new autonomous regions to facilitate better governance and development. Additionally, the second IPPP also produced recommendations to address climate impacts and foster parliamentary cooperation in facing climate change affecting all countries in the Pacific region.
Di mana kami memberikan informasi terkait dengan saudara-saudara kita yang ada di Papua bahwa hari ini Provinsi Papua sudah bertambah menjadi 4 dan apa yang sudah dilakukan oleh Indonesia terkait dengan Provinsi Papua. Pertemuan IPPP hari ini juga menghasilkan beberapa rekomendasi yang antara lain adalah saling menghargai terkait dengan prinsip kesetaraan, penghormatan terhadap kedaulatan dan juga persatuan teritori serta bagaimana kita menjaga perdamaian di antara wilayah Pasifik. Juga mengenai bagaimana kita menjaga terkait dengan dampak iklim, bagaimana kita bekerja sama dalam menghadapi persoalan climate change yang ada saat ini.
The Indonesia-Pacific Parliamentary Partnership will be held every 2 years and designed to strengthen regional peace, stability, and economic cooperation through the Blue Economy concept. This decision was approved by IPPP delegates, aiming to ensure the efforts to improve regional partnership and promote sustainable development. Adila N. Handoko, TVR Parlemen report. IPPP Forum is a platform to reaffirm the collective commitment of Pacific countries to maintaining regional peace and security through diplomatic cooperation and collaboration. Vice Chairperson of BKSAP of the House Putu Supatmarudana mentions the stability of the Pacific region is crucial because any disruption in one Pacific country can cause significant losses and impact many areas, including the sea and the environment. He adds the issue of peace and security is important to address in the IPPP Forum as a commitment built among Pacific countries. Additionally, economic cooperation development is also an issue discussed in the forum. Putu hopes Indonesia and the people in the Pacific region can participate and benefit from the economic cooperation established among countries.
Hal-hal isu yang patut kita sampaikan dan dorong dalam komitmen bersama kita, tentu yang pertama adalah kita ingin memastikan peace and security. Bahwa kawasan ini harus terjaga stabilitasnya untuk perdamaian kawasan. Karena itu menurut saya adalah sesuatu yang memang harus kita tinggi komitmenkan. Karena memang jika satu kawasan tidak stabil, tentu akan merugikan semua pihak, dampaknya kemana-mana. Lautnya terdampak, lingkungan terdampak, manusia juga akan terdampak. Nah, peace and security menjadi modal utama terbesar dan ini pertama dan kita pastikan. Dan kami dari kemarin sudah menerima mereka untuk bertemu, welcome mereka melalui soft diplomasi, pendekatan seni budaya, kita mungkin bernyanyi bersama dan bandnya itu dari satu grup dari Papua dan juga kita berharap ini mendekatkan hubungan kita dengan mereka. Yang kedua adalah pembangunan kerjasama ekonomi.
IPPP facilitates more productive interactions between countries, not only by addressing issues related to regional conditions, but also by enhancing connectivity among Pacific countries, fostering stronger economic ties and promoting mutual understanding and cooperation. TVR Parlemen Team reports. This parliamentary forum aims to facilitate cooperation in managing and utilizing marine resources across all Pacific region countries. It also promotes economic growth and maintains healthy marine ecosystems. Vice Chairperson of BKSAP of the House Sukamta explains one of the main discussions at the IPPP meeting is related to cooperation on marine resource utilization. By empowering the maritime-based blue economy, such partnership is expected to optimize the sustainable use of marine resources to improve the economic sector and maintain the health of marine ecosystem.
Karena Pasifik ini lingkungan utamanya adalah pulau-pulau dan lautan, bagaimana kita bekerja sama, berkolaborasi antara Indonesia dengan negara-negara Pasifik ini memberdayakan ekonomi biru yang berbasis pada maritim. Salah satu keluaran dari forum ini nanti adalah ada satu kesepakatan untuk membuat forum ini menjadi lebih rutin, ya semacam caucus atau assembly gitu ya, supaya nanti kita bisa menjadikan ini menjadi satu kalender event, bisa digilir dari satu negara ke negara yang lain.
The second IPPP meeting was held on July 25 until 26, 2024, symbolizing the strong bonds between Indonesia and Pacific countries in promoting development and prosperity. In addition to the dialogue forum, all IPPP delegates also visited the Bogor Agricultural Institute and the Bogor Botanical Gardens. Bondan Imana, TVR Parlemen reports. And we're going to have our special signature segment where we have the interview with the Speaker of the Parliament of Nauru. Stay tuned with us for more updates only on House News. Delegates from Nauru attending the second session of IPPP emphasized the need for dialogue and knowledge sharing as the rising sea levels threatens the Pacific countries. Our colleague Alda Gustari had the opportunity to interview the Speaker of the Parliament of the Republic of Nauru at the venue of the second IPPP.
Hi, Hi, I'm Alda, and you're watching the special event of the second Indonesia-Pacific Parliamentary Partnership in Jakarta. So, before we start to review today's forum, we shall join our speaker today, Mr. Marcus Stephen, the Speaker of the Parliament from Nauru. It's very nice to see you, sir.
Thank you very much.
So, what do you think about the forum? Is it really good, or can you give me like a hint? Do you know?
Well, first of all, I would like to congratulate your Madam Speaker and the Parliament of Indonesia, and of course the government of Indonesia for this initiative. I think it's very important that we have this dialogue and we share some knowledge and find solutions to some of the problems that we believe is very important from our region in the Pacific Islands. As you know, most of us are very small countries, but what the global impact has on our small island is a global problem. So I'm very, very grateful and thankful that your Madam Speaker has the foresight to have this meeting.
Yeah. Is it your first time to Jakarta, or?
It's my second time, but the first time was many years ago.
Oh, really?
It was during the Asia Games, when Indonesia hosted the Asia Games.
Yeah, 2018, right?
Around there. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a long time ago.
So, okay. My next questions would be, you say that your country is in small islands in the Pacific Oceans, and the climate crisis must be a real challenge for your country. And what do you think that could tackle climate crisis in your country, and what kind of solution that you will propose maybe in this forum?
Climate change is a battle for us for many years. We're not talking yesterday. We're talking decades and decades of challenge. What is important for us to preach and tell the world is that the impact it has is already on our doorstep. We are feeling it every day. We have to move higher to higher grounds because the sea level is actually, we are seeing it every day. But at the same time, we have also islands who are at the forefront, like Tuvalu, Marshall Island, and Kiribati. They're very flat island. You can actually see on both sides of the ocean, and they have big challenges. And so for us, it's as a Pacific Island member, it's important for us that we do attend these global meetings, so people understand what we're actually facing. And even at a meeting here for this meeting, it's important that we share the problems that we have, and we live in harmony as a global member of the world. So it's very important.
Okay, so is there any specific regulations or something kind of solutions that you will propose to the forum, or you can adopt from this forum to bring back to your country?
We have to be very careful that we don't overstep other institutions, but we as leaders of the parliament can adopt some resolutions which are aligned to our national priorities, and that's where we have to be very careful. We understand it's a very difficult topic, but at the same time, we need to have these discussions so we can move forward.
Okay, exactly. And is there any other thing that you will highlight during this forum, this meeting?
I think one other topic that was mentioned was maritime resources. For the Pacific Island, the tuna resource is very important. Managing and having a sustainable tuna species is so important for us. I mentioned in my statement, this is our gold. It's like not gold, but gold.
Gold, yeah.
It means so much to us. It brings a lot of economy and income, which supplements our national budget. And it's one of our biggest resources, common resource And of course, the species is pelagic. So it does move around and even enters your water. So we need to work together on this so we make sure that our future generation can also enjoy this resource as well.
So you're hoping that by attending this meeting that you can give like soft diplomacy between two countries, between Indonesia and also Nauru, right?
Yes, of course.
And also about, I am interested about the fisheries in your country. So tuna is like the real commodity in your country. Can you tell me more about that?
For getting a bit scientific, but in the world of global tuna trade, in our part of the water is like 50% of the world trade. So it is very big resource for us. We do have our own regional organizations that manage as a region our tuna resource, and we work as a region, which is very important for us. So that same message we want to bring across to Asia, because most of our customers are also from Asia, and it's a very important food and resource for us. So yeah, it can get a bit technical, but I think it's better we keep to general comments.
Okay. And maybe my last question. So what kind of solutions that you wish to have after this meeting? Maybe it could be, I don't know, anything about climate change, or maybe fisheries, or maybe maritime resources.
I think if we have a communique that addresses this, it's a big step forward, because it's not every day we have this type of meeting, and especially with your leaders in Indonesia. So having some kind of understanding through the communique is a big win and a big step forward.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Stephen. It's very nice to see you.
Thank you very much.
And don't forget to watch IPP only on TVR Parliament.
And that information wraps up our house news for today. I'm Reni Minariu and all the crew. Thank you for joining. We'll see you again next time.